Hello and welcome to the live stream. In this video, I'm doing a backgammon bot versus bot live stream. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy. And with the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon, Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. So, here we go. This is a great way to learn. A great way to learn is by playing, and if you're not playing, another great way to learn is by watching others play. And this is where we watch the bot play itself, XG versus XG, strongest player in the world, and you can learn a lot by watching. So we'll do that and then analyze things and see what we can learn. So it's going to be a 5-point match. They're playing on a beautiful gray Gammoner board. The XG board is made by Rain. He makes beautiful XG boards. There'll be a link in the description to where you can get them. We're going to have XG playing the turquoise checkers at the bottom and the orange checkers at the top, bearing off to the right. It's going to be a 5-point match, and here we go. So with the 3-2 standard split, 4-2 points on head, dances, not a double quite yet, bringing 2 up and all the way with the double 2. Now with the 4-1, the 1 is forced and the 4 will step up. So now it's a double, not yet. 6 will hit and continue, duplicating the 5s that come in and hit. 6-2. All right, now turquoise blue can attack, doubles, takes, hit, and hit again. 2-6 from the bar, that comes in with 1. Now with the 4-3, we'll come in with the 4 and hit loose on the 5. Blue wants to make that double 5. What a great roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now double 1. 1, 2, 3, and lift. Dance with a 6-4. Now with the 5-1 hits. 2 on the bar for orange. Comes in with 1 with the 6-5. Blue's looking for a double 4. 6-4 can hit loose like that. Looking to come in with a 5. Another double 5. So 1, 2, and then 3, 4 continuing. 4-2 will come in with the 4 and lift that checker. Now 3-2. Just play safe. 3-2 makes the anchor, higher anchor, and goes 18 to 16. 6-3 runs. Now the 4-3 hit and continue. So orange is back in this game now. The 3-1 will play behind. Now double 4. 2 and then 2 making the 9 and the 16 points. 6-5 can run all the way. Okay, now things are stripped and it's a little awkward and inflexible. Double 4 is a little bit awkward because things are blocked. Look at that. That was an anti-joker. 6-4 makes the point. Now blue's a huge favorite. That double 4 just destroyed the orange's entire structure. Three-1. Now 2-1 hits and stays back. 5-1 will come around that way. 5-2, the 5 is forced and the 2 will cover. Now with the 5-3, just play behind, looking to keep that stranglehold. Double 2 can hit there, and then bring 1 down. Double 5 again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now 5-3 makes the 8-point. 4-2 can hit, not great. Danced, and now 3-2 comes to the 8-point. 6-4 will come in and go all the way out. The race is close, so if orange rolls a nice double, might be able to get out of there. Now 4-2. 6-1. Not yet time because of the weaker board. 5-2 will clear one checker. Now 3-2. You have to play safe. 4-2 will also play safe. 2-1 can play on his side. 3-2. Now you can afford to break with that against that 3-point board. 2-1 is a good roll. Hits, and we'll continue. Now, danced, and now 5-1. Okay, 6-4. So now there's an indirect shot. Double one. So at 5 away, 5 away, the redoubles are strong because they get you to the Crawford game. So if orange gets a good sequence, 4-2 is not great. 4-3. I'm just going to play on that side, looking to pick and pass like that. 5-2. Now orange is right back in it. May have a redouble soon. The 6 is forced if blue doesn't hit. Okay, so blue hits and continues. Now with the double 6 or double 5. 5-4 is forced. Looking for a 5. Double 4 comes in, bears off 2 checkers. Now it's a race. Okay. So blue is ahead by 3 checkers. Orange is going to need some doubles. 4-3 is not the right roll. So it's a fast board for both sides, meaning you're going to take off 2 checkers every time, and most of the doubles will bear off 4 checkers. By 4 for blue. 3-2. Needs doubles now. No, that's gin. So blue will take a 2-0 lead here. 3 away, 5 away. All right, now 5-1, standard split, double 3. So this is where you do the default play, 2 up, 2 down, double 6. Okay, so we'll bring 2 and then make the 2-point. You don't want to leave that blot on the 18-point against all those builders. 3-2, we'll just play safe to the 8-point. 3-1. Okay, makes it 5-point. Does leave that direct shot. Looking for a 4. Doesn't get it. 5-1 will make the 5-point. Good roll. It unstacks the heavy 6-point and makes a great board point. 5-3 is good. It comes out and hits, partially escaping 1 back checker. Blue dances, and now orange is doubling. With the deficit, takes. Blue takes, makes the 8-point with a 6-1. Now 6-4 is going to come in and probably come all the way out. There you go. 5-1. He's up by a lot. He's going to try to come out to escape. 5-1 is going to come down and hit. 5-3. The 3 is forced, and 5 will play behind in the board. Blue's looking to attack. 3-2 can make the 4-point. Now it's looking for 6s or 4s. Gets the 4-3. Comes out and hits. Blue's looking for a 1. Dances. Now a double 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Makes the board. Now blue needs 4s or 3s. Doesn't get it. 5-4 can make the 3-point, which he does. Now a double 4 will hit. Doesn't get it, but a 6-4. The 4 will come in and the 6 will play behind. Now blue has some decent chances, looking for a 5 to hit, and the 1 will continue. Now orange needs a 2, gets a 4-1, plays inside. 5-4 will cover and bring 1 down. Now orange has to extricate the back checker. 5-3 doesn't hit loose. 5-1 is awkward. Okay, so that's an anti-joker. Looking for a 4 to hit. No, double 3. Hits that way. Okay, now looking for a 3. No, dances. 5-2. Okay. Now blue's in the driver's seat. Dances again. Dances again. Looking for a 1. There's the 1. And the 3 will come into the 6-point. Now looking for a gammon on a 2-cube to win the match. Come down and hit loose. Orange comes in with a 1. That was great. Now it's going to take some time for blue to come in. The dancing rolls move fast, so they keep dancing back and forth, back and forth. Now 4-1. So 4 and lifts. Okay, 4-1 is another anti-joker. Now blue can't close him out, but he can send more checkers back, which increases his gammon chances. Okay, so now blue's going to bring things around. 5-4 should come to the 4-point. breaks the board further. 3-1 should play to the 3-point. Now if he comes out with a 6, he has some shots. 6-5 is forced. The 6 will come in and the 5 off. There's no 4, has to play inside. 5s are going to be awkward, but 5-1's okay. 6-5 and 5-4 were bad. Could have also considered clearing the 5-point, which he does now. Double 6, 2 out, and then 1 all the way around, or just brings 2 to the 12-point. 6-2, 1 off, 4-2, and 5-4. Not going to split quite yet. Blue's looking for the gammon. Okay, so 4 will play from there. Okay, 4-2 will come out. Now thinking about redoubling, the 5 is forced, and the 4 will bear off. 6-5, okay? Come in and cover. So it's hard to redouble at this score because it's going to come back immediately. Now there are 21 numbers that hit. That was not one of them. Now blue can consider doubling. Now it's too good again. Alright, so now it's a free roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 6 checkers left. 3-1's not good for orange. Blue gets a double. 5-4. Now double 2 or higher will work. 6-3 comes in. Now anything gets him off. 3-2, no. Okay, so it's going to be 4-1. 1 away, 5 away, Crawford. Crawford game. Crawford rule states that when one player is within 1 point of winning the match, there's no doubling for one game, and that's this game. Alright, now 4-1 will hit twice. 3-2 comes in with both. 3-1. Now you make the 5-point. Okay, 4-2 makes the 9-point. 5-1. Okay, safeties. 6-2 will run out with 1. And now with the 5-4, that's a good roll. You anchor, blocks that double 6. Has to play that way. It's going to bring 1 down and slot the next point. 4-1 will make the 5-point. Nope, didn't want to make the 5-point. Double 5. Okay, so now the race is close enough. Blue just wants to race. So now you want to bring the checkers onto the high points, the 6, 5, and 4 points. That creates the most efficient bear-off structure. You're not going to waste pips. Alright, so orange is a favorite here. Welcome to our viewers. Where are you joining us from? 6-4 bears off 2 checkers, and a 6-2 bears off 2 for orange. Orange is in the lead. 3-2 will bear off 1. 5-4 is a good roll. 5-4 is a good roll for orange as well. Now 6-5. Now that was not a good roll. 1, 2, 3, 4 spreads things out. 6-5 is great. 3-1 will bear off a checker. 5, and we'll play 5-3. Oh, that was a terrible roll. Now blue wins. That's gin. All right. So now we'll go and take a look at it. And I'll put the arrows on so you can see. So with the 3-2, it's a standard split. And the 4-2 is a good roll. You just make the point on head like that. 6-4, couldn't move. And then the double 2, stepping up. So the other option was this one here. 2 down, resulting in this position, which was nice and solid. But here, when you do this, it just makes the best anchor. And basically this serves minimal purpose. The purpose of bringing this down was to make the 5-point. Now he can't do it. Okay. Then what happened? It was a 4-1 comes here. And then the 6-4 hits and continues. Bringing 2 out is the wrong idea, because what happens when you do this, you bring another builder out to attack, and it duplicates the 5s that anchor and hit. Alright, then the 6-2. 2 is forced and the 6 is down. could have also come out. That was reasonable, but part of it is you want to keep that 20 point slotted. All right, so this is a double and it's a take. So let's look at this. Blue is winning 68% of the time with a lot of gammons. Okay, so one of the things you can do is if you hit Control-Alt-K, that'll go to cube information. You can't see it here, but select the 2, indicating the cube was on 2, and at the lower part, hit gammon value, and you'll see that the gammon value on a 2 cube at 508, 508 is 0.655. For money, it's 0.5. So what does that mean? That means gammons are more valuable. The reason the gammons are more valuable on a 2 cube is because if you win a double gammon, you get 4 points, and that gets you to the one-away Crawford score. Getting to the Crawford score is valuable because you're protected from being doubled. So anytime you have a chance to win a double gammon at 508, 508, you want to be more aggressive. Okay. Now the next thing I do is let me put it on a different board here. And then let's first look at it for money to see what happens. There we go. So now it's a 919 double, whereas at the score it's 950 because the gammons are stronger. Okay, so let's go back to the original score. And this is a great exercise to see what happens. So let's say this blot were back here. Now that's a weaker position because blue wants to make the 5 point, and if orange is checker here, that's the 5 point on head. Okay, what if there weren't a blot here? That's much weaker. This is barely a double. So the idea is there's 2 blots here, and the blots can be hit with different numbers. So here you can hit with 1s, 3s, and 5s, and here it's 2s. So let's say this blot were here. The 5s are duplicated. Let's see what happens. It's not as strong, but it's still strong. Okay, so what would make it a no double? Let's say you're here. Yeah, now it's a no double. Okay, so let's go back to the original position. And what would make it a pass? So what if you have one more checker there? That's a big pass. So you see extra checkers in the zone really help in terms of the attacking game. And what if this one were anchored now? At least you can't get closed out, but it's still a pass. What if the anchor were a little bit higher? Now it's barely a take. Okay, so these are the kinds of exercises you want to do to learn why things are doubles and why things are takes. All right, then the 4-2. Okay, so this is the one where it could have hit and continued, but decided to hit a second checker. These were close. This is going to win more gammons, lose fewer games. It's going to lose more gammons, but wanted to go for the aggressive play. All right, then the 6-2 was forced. 4-3 comes in and hits back. Double 5, what a great roll. So what is it like here? Let's see all these plays. So this one was 2 in and 2 out, resulting in this position. What it selected was this. Yeah, I can see that. They're blots that you have to worry about. Even if you're not hit with like a double 5 or a double 3, you still have to worry about those blots next. And here there are no numbers that are super jokers. Okay. Then it was double 1. So you come in, hit, and lift. You don't want to leave it there. Couldn't come in. Then the 5-1. Okay, so this one looks like it preferred this, making the point. Anytime you have a dilly builder, you really want to put it to use. A dilly builder is a spare checker on a lower point like this that is not useful for much except to go to the 3-2-1 in this case. It would be much better if the position were here. So let's look at this position. And let's look at the cube. So here, this is the position. Let's say you have a cube here. This is invalid, but we'll see. So now your equity is 183. If you move this to here, the equity change is huge. It's 307. So you see that makes it much weaker. So that's why you want to do that and make use of the dilly builder, which is better than actually hitting. All right, then the 6-5 comes in with 1. 6-4 hits the hard way. Another double 5. That was great. You just come in and then safety 1 checker. Very good. And then the 4-2, you come in with the 4 and lift with the 2. 3-2 comes in, 13 to 8, and another 3-2. So you make that higher anchor and then step up. So you only leave a single shot there. The 6-3 comes out from the back. And the 4-3 hits, and it looks like it slightly preferred that. Let's see. Let's see what it is on the plus analysis. So it preferred stepping up. So now the race is much closer. You're going to want to start moving, getting things moving. So that's very reasonable. The 3-1, if you come in with the 3, there's no good ace. So you come in with the 1. All right, double 4 was good. Comes out, makes the 9 point. 6-5 runs from the back. 6-4. So this is what happens here in this position. You see all the outfield points are stripped. So if you're going to move a checker from one of those, you're going to break the point and you're going to have to do something with the other checker. So in this case, let's see. Yeah, left the blot here. You have to leave a blot, and you might as well minimize shots. That makes sense. And the 6-4, this was a huge anti-joker, and it was completely forced. So this is one of the things that you can try to do, block the same number from multiple points. So you see the 4 is blocked by from the 20 point. You can't move, orange cannot move 4s from the 20 point, nor from the 13 point because you have the 9 point, nor from the 8 point because you have the 4 point. So when you can do that, you can create huge anti-jokers. So like double 4, let's see, the double 4 is a huge anti-joker. It's minus 195 in equity. Okay, that was huge. Okay, then the 6-4, now you can productively use those checkers to make the 3 point. And the 5-3, things became really awkward here. 5-4 steps up. 5-2, you have to play safe here. And the 3-2, you cover and step out. Now you can leave this checker, blue's checker, on the 21 point to just work as a goalkeeper. Basically, it protects orange's side of the board because blue has a stronger board and orange's offensive position is very weak and fragile. All right, so the 6-4 continues. Now the 2-1. Yeah, so could have stayed back with that anchor and just played down. That's what it prefers here. Okay, so the 3-1 should have hit here because when you do this, so what are you going to do next? You're going to have to cover it. You might as well put one on the bar. Or it could have hit here, which was close as well. All right. And then the 2-1 hits and then continues there. Orange couldn't come in. 5-1. This doesn't really matter. The 5-2 was there. 5-3, plays safely, keeps that goalkeeper back. 6-3 comes around. Now the double 2. Okay, so let's see what it preferred. Look at that, it preferred this open play because if blue rolls like a 2-1 or something like that and hits, you can hit back and you have lots of blots and all sorts of good stuff there. Turns out orange rolled a double 5, which was great, comes around. And then the 5-3, you make the 8 point. 4-2 hits and lifts, couldn't come in. Then with the 3-2, you play safe. 6-4 comes out. 5-3 couldn't hit. 6-2. Okay, so here is where you have to look at this. You bring this down for safety, and then you just play behind. I know the race is close, but if orange abandons the anchor, you can attack. All right, so 4-1 makes the point, and 4-2 plays safe. 6-1 plays on orange's side. 5-2 comes in and plays 3-1. 3-2 plays on his side. 4-2 safe. 2-1 safe again. 3-2. Okay, so here it slightly prefers, actually it prefers breaking this point. So let's look at this on another board here. Okay, so it's because of this board. So what if it were like this? Now you can afford to do it, but against the 3-point board in the original position, you have to play safe. You have to play safe like this. Okay. Then the 2-1 hit. All right, 3-1 couldn't come in. All right, so we're just bringing things around. 6-4 has to come in with the 6 and then play safe so as not to leave any direct shots. Here, you block the 8s. Okay, so that's important. When you do this, this will block 6-2, 5-3, double 4, and double 2. So you'll get a direct shot on any of those except for double 2. But if you stay back, I guess you can't stay back. You could stay back and play on the inside, and that'll gain some shots if he rolls like a 6-3 or a 6-4 or a 5-4. But it's not worth it because you get hit the other way with the 8s. Okay, then the 3-1 plays on the inside. 4-2 brings 1 down, cannot hit, so plays on the inside. 5-2 hits and continues, and then the 5-2, and this turns out it was a redouble and it was a take. So let's look at this on another board here and look at it for money. Okay, so this is what happens. For money, it's not a redouble. Why? Because when blue owns the cube, blue can always redouble back to 8 and get full value for the 8 points. However, in the original position, it's a 5-point match. So if you redouble to 8, you're not going to get full value of all 8 points. You're just going to get value for 5 of those points. So it's inefficient. You're wasting 3 points. That's like working for 8 hours but only getting paid for 5 hours. You don't want to do that. So these are some of the things you think about when you're playing a match and why you should double or not. Okay, and then in terms of the move, the 6-1 was just there for 2 hits. 5-4 comes out, double 4, and then it was basically a race from here on in. All right, so then the second game. So the 5-1 is standard, and then the double 3, this is the default reply for double 3. Double 6 was a good roll, but couldn't move these back checkers. Had to bring 2 down. You don't want to leave a blot there. 3-2 just brings 1 down. 3-1, despite the fact that it leaves it. The 5-point is so valuable that oftentimes you leave a direct shot to make the 5-point. This also has the additional benefit of unstacking the heavy 6-point. So that's useful. And again, here with the 5-1, I make the 5-point. 5-3 is a good roll. 6-2 can't come in, and this was a double. Turns out to be a small no double. So let's look at it on the plus analysis. All right, so let's put it on another board. So this is a great way to learn. If you haven't noticed by now, this is what I like to do to see. Okay, so this one, okay, so this is for money. Let's go to the match score. So this turns out to be a no double. Okay, so what if, So you're threatening to make that. So what if we do that? How much of an improvement is that? That makes it a double, but there's still a long way to go, especially with this checker. What if this checker were escaped? Yeah, now it's a big pass. Okay, let's say we're escaped, but you still have this position. So that's big. So this tells you that the fact that orange is going to have to deal with this checker on the 24 point gives you some time, especially because you have the anchor. Okay, what if the anchor were worse? Now it's a double, and what if it were all the way back there? Now it's a pass. Yeah. So let's try fooling around with things. Let's say you've got like this. Improve it for both sides. Now it's a strong double because this is safetied, but it's still a take because you have this. What if it were like this? A little less flexible, almost a pass. Alright, so that's a great exercise to learn what are the positional aspects that make it a take or a pass. Alright, then 6-1 plays 15 to 8. And 6-4 comes in and out all the way. 5-1 will come out to the 18 point. 5-1 for blue hits. 5-3 has to play on his side. Okay, so look at this. This is interesting. So it made the 4 point like this, resulting in this position, but it was better to block. So now he can't come out with 4s, even though it leaves a shot. This leaves an indirect shot, but it's worth it. All right. Then the 4-3 comes out and hits. 6-5 dance. Double 2 cleans this up and covers the blot. Very good. Couldn't come in. Next, 5-4 is a good roll. Makes the 3 point. 6-4 plays behind. And the 4-3. Oh, interesting. Yeah, fewer shots. Fewer shots. It prefers the 13-6. Okay. 5-1 hits and continues. 4-1 is a little awkward. And then 5-4 safeties. And 4-2 comes up. 5-3 hits loose. Okay, it looks like these were very close. 5-1 was awkward. And the double 3. Okay, so this is one, it played it really fast. So when you have doubles, there's a lot to look at. So you want to kind of look at it slowly. So what were the options here? It looks like 13-7 twice. Look what happens here. You make that point, now you block things in. That's really nice. Okay. The other one hits. It does hit like this, but you have return shots and you lack your anchor. You lose your anchor, so you're going to get gammoned a lot here. You don't want to. All right, then the 6-4 couldn't come in. 5-2 was good to cover, and then the 3-2 just playing there. 5-2 looks like it was a little better, I think, to play 13-6. Yeah, you want it on the 5 point rather than the 3 point. 3-1. It should have hit twice here. So look at this. It does leave a direct shot. However, there are 3 on the bar. Even if you're missed, it works out a lot better. So sometimes you have to think about, does this play work better when you're missed? All right, then couldn't move with the 4-3. 6-3, okay, so hits loose here, comes in with the 1, and then comes in here, and then they were just kind of taking turns. Finally came in. All right, and then what was this? 4-2 came in and hit. Couldn't move. 19-13. This didn't really matter much. And then comes in. Slightly better to bring 2 down. Breaks the board. And then there's not much here. The double 6 was really good. Couldn't hit, and now it hits, but blue was able to come around. 6-5 should have just safetied and gone for the race. 2-1 hits, and that was it for this game. Next is the Crawford game. Okay, so 4-2 makes the point, then 3-2 you split, 4-2 step up and down, and with the 4-1 this is where you can hit twice. Okay, could have made the 9 point, but that's not as strong. Just hit twice. At this score, you don't need to worry about losing a gammon, because that gets the opponent from 5 away to 3 away. 3 away is not much better than 4 away. You just lose a free drop. All right, 3-1 makes the 5 point, and then the 9 point. 5-1 could have hit twice here, but this was fine. 6-2, 5-4 is a great roll. Double 6 just kind of runs, and now it was pretty much a boring race. The double 5 was good. You just want to bring things around. Now you're ahead in the race, and nothing special here to look at. Blue ended up winning on the last roll, and that was the match. They played well, but there were a number of positions that were very interesting and educational. So that was another Backgammon bot versus bot live stream. It's always fun to watch the bot play against each other, but then afterwards you can kind of look at it and look at interesting positions and see what happens. So just modify positions, try to look at what roles play well with one play versus another play, as well as the doubles. Sometimes it's a score-based double, so if you change the score, especially to a money game, you'll see what happens. Sometimes the gammon value is higher. For example, at 5 away, the gammon value on a 2 cube is elevated as compared to money, because a doubled gammon gets you to match point, or the Crawford game, 1 away Crawford. Okay, and then if you don't understand why something is a double or not a double, or why something is a take or not a take, just move the checkers around, open it up in a new instance of XG, and then see what happens. And that's what you do. So that was the live stream Backgammon bot versus bot. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and what you'd like to see in future videos, so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy. And with the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon, Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, and until then, keep rolling your dice.